make this video. First off, actually, let me introduce. This is Dungeons and Donzos, another episode. And I had to make this video because I've seen a lot of misinformation and things online. I've seen this happen with several games before, like Battlefront 2, Fallout 76, even later games like Valhalla, the new Assassin's Creed game. I've seen it with, Call of Duty or whatnot. But, yeah, so first off, let me state by saying, like, if you're a PC gamer, this probably isn't nothing new to you. As a PC gamers, I have all the consoles, and I'm a PC gamer. I grew up as a kid, been, doing it my whole life. When we buy a game, there's never a guarantee that that game will run on your PC. The reason why consoles are so convenient is because of the user-friendly, nature of it, and the graphics user interface is pretty simple, which there's, like Steam and things like that make it easy on PC. But, you could have a CPU, not enough memory, mainly graphics cards. Your GPU makes a huge difference. So when you're buying a game, most of the time, nowadays it's easier to see if your computer is up to the task. But sometimes, AMD, Nvidia, some games like Horizon Zero Dawn, the PC port, I had zero issues with that game. But I have an AMD card, whereas Nvidia had nothing but bugs and problems. So, things like that happen. But I saw it with Valhalla, people were bitching about it. And you gotta realize, okay, we're at the turn of a new console generation. It's time to upgrade. So my point with the PC thing is PC players don't typically blame the game developers. So if they buy a game and it doesn't work, they don't say, oh, you fucked me, the game should work on my PC. Typically what a PC player will do is be like, hey, I need to go buy another video card. I need to upgrade. It's been 5 years. I need a new GPU, CPU, or maybe some more, and some memory to add on there, maybe a new hard drive, whatnot. So that's the way it is. With console gamers, that same rhetoric doesn't apply. They blame the game. Hey, I got a 10-year-old console, 8-year-old console. This latest game should run flawless. Oh, the load times are too long. Oh, it's blurry. The frame rate. I mean, what? It makes no sense to me. That's the reason why I'm making this video. So, Valhalla had that issue, So I've been playing on Xbox One X, and I haven't had many issues. Call of Duty, I've had a significant amount of crashes, more than Cyberpunk. So at Cyberpunk, on day one, I did have some frame rate issues in well-populated areas, and when I was, in gunfights and stuff, it was dipping fairly low, nothing too bad, but it was annoying. They immediately patched that and fixed it, where I get it seems to be about a steady 25 to 30 frames per second, which is, it's not noticeable when it fluctuates between those two. And I haven't really encountered any bugs so far in the game, but there's a lot of rhetoric going around that it's broken. I don't know if people don't realize this or not, but the reason why the game was delayed 3 times was because of console. The console versions of the game, they clearly said, hey, base consoles we're having some serious issues with. It will run, but we're having issues. And it's like, people are like, we don't care, we want the game, we want the game, we want the game. They release the game, and now everybody's like, why did they release the game? Blah, 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 blah. We all wanted the game. We all bitched and complained every time they delayed it. It is a next-gen game. It's a PC game, and it's made to run on Series X and PS5. On One X and PS4 Pro, I haven't seen any issues. It's just the base consoles. It's not like it's unplayable. It's just like how GTA 5 was on 360. It's like, it's like people forget, but this happens every time we get new consoles. People want it to work on every fucking system, and it's just not reality. It is not reality. All this hate making CDPR apologize, it's pissing me off. Like, people are, oh, they lied and blah, blah. They didn't lie. They told everybody straight up what the fuck was going on, and no one acted like they cared. We wanted the game. PC players, you know, it's running smooth. That's why it's rated so high, because the reviewers had the PC version. The gameplay that we were seeing from the console versions was Xbox One X. They said clearly the game was designed, the current version of the game was designed to run on Xbox One X. And I guess PS4 Pro. They didn't really say PS4 Pro. They just said Xbox One X. And since patch 1.04, it's a hot fix. I mean, the game is fucking fantastic. It's beautiful. The graphics look great. I've had zero issues. But if you look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a lot of people are buggy this and that and that. I have a One X, so I mean, it's just, if you have an Xbox or a PS4, your best thing to do is stop buying games that are brand new for it. Stop buying games for the fucking console that you have that's 10 years old. Wait till it releases and then kind of figure out, hey, you know, but people need to upgrade. If you want to play the latest and greatest shit, go out and buy a One X or a Series X or a PS4 Pro or PS5 or PC. So that's basically all I wanted to do for this video. Get some truth out there, because I see this rhetoric all over and from a lot of YouTubers that I'm really fond of and get a lot. And this is what blows my mind. These same YouTubers were the ones that reported on why the game was getting delayed. And they're the ones that are acting shocked. Oh, they lied, and well, I'll forgive them this time. I'm going to forgive them this time, guys. They lied and fucked us, and no, they didn't lie. They said straight up the game ran like shit. That's why it was delayed 3 times on console. That PC, it ran great. The game has been complete for months and months and months and months and months on PC. Besides those few bugs, you know, which, not that big of a deal. I haven't seen any bugs on my version of the game. The only issue I've had on the One X is frame rate. But again, not anymore. You know, I can upload video footage if people don't believe me. But I mean, fuck, it's common sense. Most of the next-gen games are like that. Call of Duty, I get more crashes. Okay, I've had 2 hard crashes on Cyberpunk. I've had probably like 20 or 30 on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And nobody's bitching about it don't run good on last-gen consoles. I mean, it's just, people need to grow up. It's so crazy. Or not even grow up, just pick up a book and learn the basics of computer hardware, like A+, IC3, Net+, some things like that. Learn how computers work. Because again, you don't see this rhetoric from PC gamers at all. None. PC gamers are pretty aware of the situation. Like, if the game doesn't play good, then you need to upgrade. It's just the way it works. It's not the game's fault. Now, if it's buggy and you have like a badass system, then that, you know, I agree that a lot of games release too early, and every game that releases day one is like early access. But that's just the reality of it. It's not a surprise. It's just, this has been a thing. I mean, you know, games like Fallout 76, No Man's Sky, they had horrible launches and then ended up being really good game, or No Man's Sky ended up being really good. Fallout 76, I never had issues with that, and I played it on Xbox One S. I never had any bugs or it looked horrible. I didn't understand what the fuck people were talking about, and I had it within the first week or 2 of launch. I mean, it was more of a lack of content than it was an ugly or buggy game. It was mainly just a lack of content. So Battlefront 2, people were complaining about pay to win. It was never pay to win. It never launched pay to win. The progression system was really good, and they ruined it because of people complaining, and it fucking sucks now. Or at least the progression sucks. The game's great. They added a bunch of content. It got better over time, but I mean, the progression, I liked how it was before. But yeah, I mean, this is just, it keeps happening over and over and over and over again. But anyways, I hope this video informed some people to do some research. If I can edit it, I'll put some links to the articles where Cyberpunk had been, or Cyberpunk, where CDPR CD Projekt Red had clearly said that the games didn't run that great on base consoles. So they didn't lie about anything. And the reason why the game released early is because we begged it to. After delay after delay. It'd have been better, though. I can understand the argument. It'd have been better if they wouldn't have gave us a set date and then broke that date and kept doing it. I understand why people are like, come on, you've had years and years. But in reality, they hadn't had, you know, as long as people are acting like they did. They had concepts and things, but most of their team was still working on The Witcher 3 and doing other things. So they've had a long time to do it, but it's not like... I encourage you to buy the game, support CD Projekt Red, quit complaining, and just wait. And if you have a regular base console, you need to buy a new one. Buy an Xbox One X or Series X whenever you get a chance. I know not everybody has money, but save up and buy one. Quit trying to buy brand new games and expecting them to play on your old console. It's just not going to happen. I can tell you right now. So this dream of like, it don't matter what console you have, you can play every game. I mean, PC has been like that for years, and it's just not the reality. Like, sure, I can boot up, you know, a brand new game on like a 10-year-old PC, and yes, it will technically work, but it'll run like shit. Even with the resolution set to the lowest and the graphics to the lowest, some games will just not run. Anyways, hope this video was informative for a bunch of people, and I'm trying to start making more videos. I usually only make videos when I'm pissed off or see a bunch of misinformation, but I might try to do it more regularly. Anyways, catch y'all guys later.